Welcome back. You are not going to believe the setup I got going on here today. Over the last week or so, the wife managed to find an old tripod of her parents. So I got a solid tripod. I think I'd mentioned that I'd found a tripod before. But it's a solid metal tripod. I just had a fan actually deliver me a phone holder, but it was not the kind that would go on this. So I'm now got it taped really good. Anyway, today I'm using a big piece of poster board because I want to do the planet under the planet thing. I tried this a couple weeks ago, and the wife quite hasn't gotten around to like cutting me out some circular cutouts. So I'm going to try something different. I think it'll work. Let's find out. So, as you can see, I've already got it taped down. I don't think I mentioned this a lot, but when I paint outside, which is pretty much every day that I paint, I tape down the corners of my poster board so it doesn't fly away. It'd be great if I could just slow it down and start painting and not worry about it. But one, I'm not painting inside. Two, it's windy quite often around here, so I have to secure it in some way. If you have that problem, you just grab, hold on a second, painter's tape, like $2 at Walmart. Just a blue painter's tape. I mean, if you really want to get the Frog quick release stuff and spend $5, that's up to you, but this works just as well. You just want something that you can put on your poster board, and when you pull it off, it's not going to rip the poster board, rip pieces of that off or make gouges in it or rip it. All right, so today for my planets, I want to be me. I want to be me. Oh, okay, sorry. What color should we do our planets? All right. I know this is silly. Oh wait, is that the one? Here, what do you know? It's the other one. All right. So red. Blue, ta-da. Actually, I'm going to add a little more red in there because that blue covered it up pretty good. There we go. Pepsi! No, not Pepsi, I'm sorry. I do not endorse any particular brand. I don't have that many followers. Not near enough to actually get any kind of advertising deals. So, I did, however, as part of the package of this phone holder, I got some bubble wrap, and we're going to play with it today. If I can get it cut open. Always good to have a sharp knife handy. Never know when you're going to use that. And it also gives you a nice sharp point if you need to do things like pick hair or grass off of your poster board when you're outside. So, all right. Red and blue, let it dry for a minute. That's part of the reason why I was cutting this, is to give that a second to dry. Cover it with white. Come on, white. Oh, yuck. Wow, white, you're really not cooperating today. Maybe if I kept my finger out of the way. See, I'm learning. My glove actually got over the hole. That's where all those globs came from. So, we're going to cover that all in white. Then, we're actually going to use this. All right. You want the bubbles up or the bubbles down? I'm going to put bubbles down. So, tap, 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 tap. Feel. Oh, that's wicked. I like that. That's cute. All right, we'll just give it a little dab there and a little dab there. Red, white, and blue. Yay, God bless America. I know, my singing sucks. Don't tell me. All right, so there's the first planet. Now, since we're doing a planet under a planet, one other thing we're going to do is we got to add a shadow. We got to add a shadow. There goes the shadow. Ha, ha, ha. All right, sorry. I think I've been sniffing too many paint fumes today. Oh, yeah. Let it dry. In the meantime, what color are we going to make that one? Let's see. I was thinking gray and black, but I don't know. And I already used red, white, and blue. How about we do one of the wife's favorite colors, and we'll use green. And help me out here, folks. Help me out. Let's go, world. Let's go. We're going to use Cosmo, which is a pinkish, dark pinkish color. So, green and pink. All right. Now that we've got that dried a little bit, pick out our spot, put her down, and then pinky. That's a pretty good pink. And then once that dries enough, of course, green. Have you noticed that I talk about it drying a lot? You know why I do that? Because one of the biggest issues I've had and still have, not letting it dry enough. All right, this one we're going to use this paper for, and we're going to actually do a couple of swipies. Swipe diddly bump. Here we go. Okay. Not too bad. Guess it looks all right. Always make sure to throw your trash away. Now, we put a shadow over here, but since this is a planet going under a planet, I can't really put a shadow here, so I'm not going to actually put a shadow in on this one. We will use highlights later, though. So, I use the plate because it's fairly flat. I'm going to have to be careful when I spray, though, because this is still sticking up some here and here. So it will bleed under if I'm not careful. So we make sure we got a pretty good chunk of that planet actually going under the other one. And then everybody knows what comes next. And if you don't, welcome to the channel. We cover everything in black. Now, a lot of people use the gloss black. I use just the store brand. Not only is it a lot cheaper, but it also has a shine. And that works for me. So that's what you really need, is you just need to get your paper covered. Yikes. Get your paper covered in the black and have a nice shine to it. And the store brand does that on both counts. Alright. This is one of the longest processes because you got all that white you got to cover. Alright, come on. Make sure you get around, well, careful with this, but make sure you get around the planets really good too. And that one does that. There you go. Okay. Didn't even want to cover very well. Alright, there's that. Now we sit, we let it go for a minute. Now, once it's dried, we're going to start doing our other stuff. And in this case, oh yeah, always make sure you shake your cans well, because if you don't, you will get globs again from that. So, once you get your paint dry pretty good, spray a little white paint on your glove. I've seen a lot of people, Amethyst uses their hands, their fingers all the time without gloves. I don't like it. It's sticky. Anyway, So, gloves, spray some light spray paint on it, flick it off to the side a couple of times so you're not getting huge globs, and then just splatter until you have the stars on there you want. As many as you want and what you want it to look like. So, I'm putting a lot of stars on this one. And cheap gloves. I ended up punching a hole right through it, just going flicking. So that may be why Amethyst never uses them when she does this. I don't know. Anyway, there's that. Plenty of stars. White all around. You get some white, and you get some white, and you get some white, and you'll get some white over here. And now we are going to try to avoid getting white paint on everything. Don't know if it'll work or not, but I'm giving it a shot. And we're going to actually do some blue over here. Yeah. And add some red into that. Shake, shake, shake. Put just a bit of green from the other planet. Get in there. Okay. That green did not want to show up. I bet this will show up. Watch this. But this will show up real good. Oh yeah. Basically took out every other color. However, I've got something to fix that. What I'm going to do is... Ooh. That didn't work out too well. I just wanted to bring a little bit up. So, however, like I've said before a number of times in videos, if something happens you don't like, cover it up, try again. In this case, I'll leave it. And we're gonna go a different direction. In this case, what we're gonna do, tell me if you see what this is and what I'm doing. I'm actually going to use, okay, sounds like the neighbor's daughter is awake and not happy. So, all right. Special effects paint. Can you see what it is and what I did? All it is glitter paint. So it's a clear base coat with glitter flecks in it. Of course, with this stuff, you gotta be careful because it does plug really easy. We got a little bit of color in the background here. We got glitter all over. We got some stars in the background, a couple stars poking through. And I think, because the shadow's here, so the light's gonna be over there. Speaking of which, dun, 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 we need our shine. And that's gonna be over here. So spray here. I'm actually getting better at this. Thank you, Lord. I'm actually doing what I want it to do. Even when it doesn't want to. Make sure you clean off those nozzles regularly, or at least check them, because if you don't, it kind of messes up and gives you those big globs like I've told you time and time again. All right. So, we have planet under planet. We got shine. I put glitter in the background. You hold it up and it's going to glitter. I got a little bit of color over here, just as a nebula. Just a little nebula off in the background. I was thinking about putting a star there. What do you think? Yeah? Okay. Just gives me another chance to mess something up. Look, I love basic, easy spray paint art as much as the next person does. But sometimes you just got to add a little extra just to make it pop. So, some white paint. take a straight edge, hold it just above the painting. You don't want to be on it because then it doesn't look quite right. Aim here. You want to overspray to cause the effect, and just don't go rushing off one side or another. That, to me, that's one of my big bad habits, is I'll spray across and all of a sudden I get this hook on the end because it goes past this and sprays out. So carefully pick your spot, point down, overspray, down, just off the paper, overspray, make an X or a plus sign or whatever you want to call it. Scrape off the excess and then make another X. Down, barely above, aim for that, overspray, and one more time, just above and down, overspray. Yes, I'm talking to myself, but I'm talking to myself. That wasn't all for you, that was a lot for me too. Remind myself, hey, don't do too much. All right, and there's my little star, and we're going to, I gotta watch where that nozzle is. We're going to do just a little bit of that in the middle. There. That actually I think is one of the best ones I've ever done. And that's saying a lot. Okay. I think that's going to be it for this painting. I think it looks really good so far. We haven't seen the planets yet. We still have a couple of things to do. First, of course, clear coat in the corner. Initials. J L C squiggle 24. And for those of you who don't realize, my granddaughter has just joined me, the one who hates yellow.
No, hates bright colors.
Oh, I'm sorry, bright colors, especially yellow.
Yes, especially yellow.
So, there's that. Now let's see what the planets look like. Go ahead. I left her speechless. What can I say?
You want to explain?
Not really, no. Let's just say...
Will you explain?
Yes, I will. Bubble wrap.
Oh. Okay, you don't need to say anymore.
Wanted to see what happened. That happened. I probably should have put it down and twisted it just a little bit. I think I would have given a much better design, but... Hey.
You live, you learn.
Learn with me. That's why we're here. And that's what I call my channel, is Learn With Me. Because I am learning along with several other people. So, there's that one. The star turned out pretty good. That planet didn't turn out too bad. And it actually looks like it's going under behind the other planet. The bubble wrap may have been a poor choice. But...
May have.
May have. Some people may like it. But as the granddaughter said, you live and you learn. Thanks for joining me, and we will see you in the next video.